So the Alpine era is coming to an end, and then there's a new era coming out called Multiversal Era. But anyways, I wanted to make this video to let you guys know which monsters to focus on ranking up or even obtaining from the Alpine era. So I hope y'all like saying, if you are, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, it's gonna get started. Alright guys, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head over to the Alpine era. First of all, I would say this monster is also a part of Alpine era since he basically got released during this era. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically let you guys know if this monster is also worth investing in. And I believe this one also came out during Alpine era. If it didn't, then it's whatever. Is this one worth investing in? Well, it sounds cool, but it's a status caster. Trade protection, that's also obviously a shield, or sorry, a status caster. It's not really a trade. Torture resistance is kind of cool. That's something new that he introduced. Means the sun is alright, but overall the monster's okay. I wouldn't really say he's like a must-have, but if you do obtain him, might as well go ahead and do rank him up, you know what I mean, because he's there, why not? But this one right here, you want this is a must-have monster right now. If you head over to PvP, this monster is being used everywhere. Like seriously, if a player owns this monster, they're silly not to use him. You know what I mean? That's how good he is. So overall, a very good monster. Highly recommend investing in it. Let's head over to the Alpine era and see what we got here. So first we have Aerophos, which is a dodge area, immune to control, and he has some damage boost as well. So this monster overall, I'm not really a huge fan. I think he's okay. He's like a fire and dark attacker. Honestly, there's better fire and dark attackers in the game. Even Kanekro, I'd rather go with that one over this monster. But hey, I feel like actually, hold on. With Kanekro, it's a little different. That monster has the inspiration hater and all. This monster has basically they both have dodge area. First of all, he also he doesn't have to rely on other monsters boosting up his damage, because if I remember correctly, when I did my review on this on the Airfox monster, or when I seen his stat sheet, basically with this monster, he actually applies damage boost himself. In fact, he actually applies it twice. So there's a 25%, and I believe there's also a 50% damage boost that he does. He has a bunch of like shield breaking seals and stuff as well, but honestly overall not really a huge fan. So you don't have to get him if you don't want to. Sorcerer, on the other hand, is actually a very good denier. This monster is really good and also stacks up a lot of tortures. So this monster can basically go on forever to attack, like, you know what I mean, like cycle returns and stuff. When it comes down to that, like most of the time, if a monster actually, like 9 out of 10 times, when a monster can has the ability to basically keep spamming over and over again until they run out of stamina, they are most likely going to be meta. So this is 100% a meta monster. I highly recommend investing in it. I really like the traits and the area frosted. I mean, frosted is basically just her thing, you know what I mean, with that one spam frost skill. Make sure to check out the videos I've uploaded on this monster. Highly recommend checking it out. She's very good, so yes, I would recommend investing in it. This one's actually not bad. I do like this Megaton monster, so if you do get your hands on it, might as well go ahead and rank it up. He's not bad, he's good. This right here, I would say skip. Then you have this one's also a skip, unfortunately. Evil Eye Joe, as much as I'd like to say good things about this monster, unfortunately you're gonna have to skip this one too. This was a free PvP monster, and I know a lot of free to play players are watching this right now, and they're about to comment and be like, well no, this monster is really good because it actually helped me get to like gold 1 or something. But in all serious notes, unfortunately he's not anywhere near good or meta. Any starter players, or honestly any monster, if you're a starter, is going to help you out and they're going to be like your favorite monster. But unfortunately later on, once you have access to like monsters like, for example, Heart or Sorcerers or all the good stuff, you're going to be like, nah, I don't know, I changed my mind about Evil Eye Joe, you know what I mean? Then we have Arcanite. This monster is also a skip. This monster has taunt status caster, but I like the other monsters later on that I'm going to mention. They have taunt as traits, and this one's going to be a skip. Mad Country, on the other hand, he's not bad. I mean, it's a light and thunder attacker. For the light category, there's better monsters. I'd still like use, for example, Serpentix over Mad Country if it was me, you know what I mean? But overall, not a bad attacker. So this one's like a 50-50. It's optional. Then we have Fatal Herald, right? So this one's actually not bad. I do like this monster. He has a random debuff, area random debuff, anticipation, immune to control, and a bunch of other skills and a bunch of other stuff in his skills as well. So makes him a really good monster overall. I would recommend investing in it for Team Wars only. Then we have Sigrid Spirit. This one's actually not bad. I do like the Sigrid. I think she's kind of cool. She's a good supporter. So if you're looking for a good supporter, Sigrid is the one. Then we have Olan. Olan's a attacker, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a water and light attacker, and I believe he does have like massive or insane water or light damage skill, I think it is. And overall, it's just like a attacker that just relies on pure damage, basically. You know what I mean? So he mainly just relies on pure damage. I would say it's not a must-have, but he is a good attacker. But will he be a good attacker in the long run? Unfortunately, no. We have Vosk here as well, and this one's a skip, unfortunately. Lernata's not bad. The only thing I like about Lernata is the fact that he has like different element damaging skills. Like for example, there's I believe he has magic, legendary, I think it is. I'm not sure about dark, but a bunch of other random stuff that he has if you actually scout his skills. But also trait-wise, I do like the anticipation and the 50% damage mirror. I think this monster is going to be good for team wars. And then we have Conrad von Rowe. I'm not really a huge fan of this one. I think this one is a team race monster, right? It was a marathon monster. So overall, not like a must-have. I would say skip it, honestly. Prismatic Pandora, on the other hand, this one's actually really good. This is a fantastic monster for Team Wars. It is actually a must-have right now. So if you're like a very competitive player, you do want to get your hands on this monster because you do have that area random positive side effects, which is very good for defense. Then we have Bandolero, and this is actually a very nice attacker. I really like Bandolero. There is actually a better attacker than Bandolero, which I'm going to mention later on. So is this one a must-have? Not really. This one's optional as well, just like Mad Country. Then we have Bruisard, and honestly, Bruisard's not bad. This monster, I believe, has the highest lifestyle, actually second highest lifestyle in the game, or third, one of the two. This monster is very tanky, but it's not supposed to be a tank. Overall, not a bad monster. I believe he has some like possession and corruption skills. Actually, I take that back. It's not a possession. It's not a possessor. None of that. He actually has total blind skills and stuff. So total blind, curse, and all those negative side effects. That's what he basically provides. There's no corruption, nothing like that. So if you're looking for a denier, he's not the one, but he is a pretty good like monster just to have for team wars, for example, for the restrictions. Then we have Gob Zerker, and honestly, this one's skip, I would say. Now this is what you actually want. This is 100% a must-have, guys. Alinas is literally one of the best monsters in the game at the moment. As a supporter, this is what you want. This monster has area dodge, yet has abomination, so that's bad against maybe Serpentix or other monsters that has abomination hater. But then look at this, area random hater. So sometimes you'll get like a really good hater, and if you could land that and it's something really good like a hardened hater, which most monsters have it nowadays, you can actually deal an insane amount of damage your attacker will. So overall, very good supporter. If you need like a damage booster, this is the one. Lata, on the other hand, not so much. Unfortunately, this one's a skip. Then we have Mortal Ming, and Mortal Ming honestly is also a skip, so don't even worry about this one. Then we have this monster and Makara. I don't know what event this monster was available in, maybe like team race or something, but I personally never really like taken a look at this one, so I kind of want to skip this one because I don't really know much about this monster. It might be good, it might not be. From the traits, what I see, unfortunately, not so good. And also nobody's really using that monster on PvP. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, so I would say skip, but you guys can correct me in the comments if the monster is good. But anyways, Gammy, on the other hand, this one's actually not bad. If you needed like a damage booster, this is a good supporter, but obviously Alinas is still on top. And also another monster that I would say to pick over Gammy would be Darman. So if you have Darman already ranked up and that monster, you already have it like equipped with good runes and everything, then you don't have to worry about obtaining Gammy. Then we have Tiny Trap, and Tiny Trap's actually not bad. I really like this monster. I think he's very cool. Something he kind of introduced was the status caster Pierce Hater, something that we haven't had. So this monster, once I saw that, I was like, whoa, what the heck? And it is a bounty on exclusive monster, so this one's not bad, I would say. So yeah, I'd say pick him up. Mosclin, unfortunately, you're gonna have to skip on this one. Yeah, not so good. Then we have this one, and I like this monster only because of the block resurrection, blocking resurrection against like Ural, for example. But then there's another monster later on that we're gonna see on this list that I'm gonna go over that also has block resurrection. So if you want to obtain that one over this one, go ahead and do that. Now this one is not so good. I'm gonna say skip him. It's just like the way he like shakes his head when he goes down. Yeah. Don't invest in this one, guys. Then we have Dolores, which is basically also a skip. This was, I don't know why they even released this monster. It's not even good. Also, then we have Jellymer. I thought that this monster had potential in the beginning because of that status taunt, but the taunt only lasts one turn, obviously. And I believe he also doesn't have any way of reapplying that taunt. And even if he did, I think it's only one turn still. So that sucks. Then we have Megul, which is not bad. I would say this monster is kind of unique with that area random protection, you know what I mean? So if you want to obtain them just for that, for Team Wars, you can go for it. Then we have Mad Prof, and I'm not really a huge fan of Mad Prof. This was a part of a tail challenge, and it was kind of a waste, honestly. I didn't really like him. Then we have Coborg. This one's quite decent, but there's better attackers out there, and I don't know what's up with the design, like the quality. They just kind of gave up on this monster, but they were like probably rendering this monster, and they were like, you know what? I think he looks good just the way he is. Like, look at the quality. You can tell it's bad. Like, if we compare that to Mad Prof looks so clear, right? Like, look at that. The pages and everything, his teeth, everything looks clean. But then if you take a look at him, what's going on? And then we have Manter. Manter has tough, immune to blind, area light weakness. Overall, not really the best, honestly. I would say there's better monsters than Manter. I remember looking at the stat sheet correctly because I didn't review this monster. I don't think I did. This monster has a bunch of like weaknesses skill, like light weakness, earth weakness. He does have like an anticipation skill that he gives to himself, but I mean, really? Come on. And it's not even like a status caster that you have already as a trait or like a trait, but no. None of that. You have to actually apply it, and he does have like nanovirus skills and other stuff. Overall, not really the best. Like I said, skip it. Then obviously we have Baba Bashir next, and obviously this is a must-have, guys. This is 100% worth the investment. Then we have Dumbane. Dumbane has taunt, tough, and damage reduction. This is a must-have taunt monster. So if you're looking for a good tank slash taunt monster, this is the one. The fact that he has that taunt with damage reduction and tough altogether goes so well. It kind of reminds me of Urder back in the original Mythic era. Then we have Google. This is actually like a must-have denier in my opinion. I really like this monster. He has time stop skills, freeze, and all that other good stuff. And it has a really good trait, the anticipation right there. So that's really good, I feel like. Is the stamina region to everybody? Oh, it's just to itself. Okay. I wish it was everybody, but overall, not a bad denier. If you can just open up the path for this monster, hey, he's gonna go crazy. I haven't actually done my full review on this monster yet, so I'm actually gonna release that very soon. Make sure you guys are subscribed to see that. We have Guildmaster Gregorix, and with Guildmaster, obviously he's okay, but there are better attackers out there than this monster in the game, so I would say skip this one. We also have Glacial Babari, which is another monster that you kind of want to skip. I like the cold blood, the fact that he has cold blood, but that's about it, honestly. Basically, he's supposed to be an attacker, which he is, and he also applies like frost damage reductions, things like that, but obviously there are better options out there than this one. Then we have Onapa. You guys remember when I did my review on Onapa? So this one also has attached to taunts, obviously, but this one, it's meh, honestly. I like the other one more, the one I went over, Dumbane, for example. If you could get your hands on Dumbane, 100% go with that over Onapa and Jellimer. Then we have Yoshi-sama. This one's also a skip. We have Shamish next, which is basically a marathon monster, and with this one, you also want to skip it, unfortunately. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be like in the comments, oh, this monster is actually not bad entirely. Yes, it's not bad entirely, but is it a must-have? Not really. Yeah, I understand that this monster has like possession abilities. I believe it also comes with either stun or freeze, one of the two, but it's supposed to be a denier, and obviously there are better deniers out there than this monster, so why not just go with those? For example, the one that I just mentioned earlier, was it Google? Gugul. That one, I'd rather go with that over Shamish, for example. And then we have Rosy Redtail. This is the one that I wanted to tell you guys about. This is actually a very good attacker. I really like this monster. I think he's going to be used again in the near like bounty hunt. Whenever there's like a League 8 bounty hunt monster that has like nature element, you can actually use a nature hater status caster, and this monster has all types of fire skills, and he has damage boost, so he doesn't really rely on other monsters to apply damage boost for him. So he has all that good stuff. I would say pick him up. Then we have Hammer. This one's okay, I would say, if you pair it up with like good monsters. So I have the same exact feeling with this one, and I would say what should I call it, Shamish, actually. So this and Shamish, I feel like they're kind of the same, except this monster, I like this one slightly better. It's like a better version of Lamama, for example. Hammer, for example, this is like a better version of Lamama from, what was it, Galactic era or Blossom era? Blossom era it was, yeah. Is it like a must-have monster? Obviously not a must-have, but it is a good monster to pick up. Then we have Gonzo, and obviously Gonzo is a good monster to pick up. I would say if you do obtain this monster, pair it up with alongside Baba Bashir. I've made a couple of videos on that, make sure to check those out. And then we have Jocko as well. Jocko is okay. They actually ruined this monster because what they did was they give him high stamina cost, high cooldowns. He's not able to spam forever, unfortunately, but he can attack like 3 times and then use his last skill. So technically 4 times he can attack. But overall, there's just better there's better extra turner attackers out there than this monster. Like for example, for the Tundra category, I'd rather go with the Voltic Redeem. And then we have Killer Mancer. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. Remember with the block resurrection trait? Yeah, so it's up to you if you want to invest in Killer Mancer or the other one that I mentioned earlier. It's up to you. I like this one's more because he has like a variety of traits as well, so I really like that. And then we have Flame Guard, which is a Mega Taunt. It's kind of like Sky Cold. I would actually recommend investing in it. I did a comparison video as well with Flame Guard and Sky Cold. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already. But basically I went ahead and compared them side by side and let you guys know the pros and cons between the two and whether or not it's actually worth investing in this one over the other. So make sure to check that out. And then we do have Mudster, which I'm actually going to do a review on very soon. So I don't have my I don't want to give my full opinion on this monster. But in terms of traits, I like the traits. If it's supposed to be an attacker, then I don't think he's going to be a good attacker. But hey, maybe something will change my mind in the skill set. So we'll do that. We'll do a review on it very soon. And then last but not least, we have the last monster, which is this one right here, guys. We've got Jung Joel. Jung Joel, I've done my analysis on this monster, and honestly, he's not bad. But obviously, there's better options out there. So is he a must-have? I wouldn't say he's a must-have, but obviously there are options out there. Like for example, you guys know from the not Galactic era, it was from the Abyssal era. This monster right here, Ion V2. I'd rather go with Ion V2 honestly over that one. So if you have Ion, you don't have to pick up this one, you know what I mean? I just like Ion more. But yeah, guys, it's gonna wrap it up for today's Monster Gens video on best monsters to invest in from the Alpine era. It's sad to see it go, but I would say this Alpine era wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Like, you know what I mean? They had better monsters, I would say, than Abyssal era. Can we all agree on that? Like, the only good monsters that they released from this era was Darman Santa, which was basically a copycat of Darman. So does that even count? I don't know. Azajin was okay. You know what I mean? Cleric Claws wasn't bad either. We had Malzerk, which was good. And then we had Scat Cold, obviously. Serginio, good for Team Wars. Not so much for PvP. And then maybe Quaint Talasa, we can throw that in there. We had Water, Ion V2, and maybe Prolica 2 for the triple damage. And that was about it, honestly. You know what I mean? But if you take a look at, for example, the Alpine era, we had Sorceress, we had Dragger, so two monsters in a row that were really good, that are really good. I would say Mad Country maybe, since we also included Serginia from the other era, so I wanted to kind of throw him in there too. Fatal Herald, Serginia, or not Serginia, Secret Spirit, maybe Olin. We have Prismatic Pandone, we have Bandolero, Bruisard, maybe Lernato as well, definitely Albanasa, Gammy as well. I guess we can throw that in there since we kind of threw in Darman Santa in there. They're kind of similar. Tiny Trap was really good when he got released. Maybe Gobblars, I don't know how to pronounce that. Magode, if you want to combine, if you want to throw him in there too. We have Dumbane, Google, Bobwork, maybe Rusty Red Tail, Gonzo, maybe Calamancer, Flame Guard 100%, and we don't know much about Jung Joel yet. So once he gets released, I'm gonna do my full review on that. But they released a good amount of monsters in this era, so it's kind of sad to see it go. Oh yeah, obviously we can't forget about this guy. But then if you want to throw him in there, well, I guess we were going to have to throw in these two monsters as well because they were part of Abyssal era. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's monster video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Make sure to share this with your friends so you can help them out as well. But that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.